when it says new audio recording, or is it, let's edit. Some of these. No. It's here somewhere. It allows me to record the audio. But I want you to go to Dropbox.com. Now, who hasn't done this before? Dropbox? Isaac, you've done this, right? No. Okay. And Chanel, have you?
No.
Okay. You didn't raise your hand. Danielle, you have. You're a Dropbox Pro.
Not a pro.
Semi-pro. Laura, you a semi-pro?
Semi-pro.
Okay. Dropbox is one of the best tools you can use because it does so many things, and you're not going to learn all the things it does. But basically, it allows you to put stuff on all your computers at the same time. So what's nice is, once you get a Dropbox account, you sign in. And you put your password in. And actually, what's nice is this also puts a folder on your actual hard drive. So now, watch. Here I am, and these are all the things I have in my Dropbox folder. Bunch of junk, and I can make folders, but the most important folder here is the public folder, which is HIJKLMNOP. The public folder is where I can put any, I don't want to do that. The public folder is where I can put anything, and I can have anything in the public folder downloadable. To make this 2012 FAQ available, I would just click here on Copy Public Link, and that's the link. So if I put this up, when you click on this link, you'd be able to download what I put in my public folder. Does that make sense? So Dropbox allows you to actually put a bunch of stuff in here and make anything you want to be available for other folks. But that's not the best part. That's a good part. There is, let's see. There's a Dropbox application that you download to your own computer, which you'll do that when you get home. So go into Dropbox. Okay. So where it says, if you go to your name, once you sign in and you go to install, it gives you the download Dropbox. So what happens is, once you have the download Dropbox, what you can do is you can actually go from one computer. Once you put it on the folder on your hard drive, it'll be on all the Dropbox folders on all your computers. So that when you open them up, it'll be everywhere that you have a Dropbox folder. Okay. That is an outstanding thing. And you can actually save documents to Dropbox, and you can save your photos. If you save photos to Dropbox, they give you an extra 5 gigabytes. So that if you have a camera and save like 2 photos up there, then you can actually just get more storage on Dropbox. Yeah? Nothing? Yeah. Nothing? Nada? Nothing? Question. Got to have one question about Dropbox so far.
There's an easy way to, like, let's say I want something that is shared, but I also want it just still on my own Dropbox thing.
Mhm.
How do I copy and paste?
Oh, you mean, you have something,
I have something on my Dropbox that I
Right.
just wanna try to get that link for.
and
you
and
know,
then
just
what,
copy and paste it into the public one. Do I just click and drag, or will that move it?
you can just drag it, yeah, click and drag it, or there's actually a move thing. So-
I'd like to just copy it though, is that possible?
Yeah, because, well, it depends if it's on your hard drive or it's on the line. Are you talking about up here, like this?
That's where I am currently.
Okay,
And let's say it's just a file. Yeah, I would like to copy that. Oh, there it is. What'd you press?
I just control click.
Control.
On a Mac, you just control click. On a PC, it's a right click.
Okay, good. Thanks.
In general, here's a secret that I will share with all of you. Shelley, I want to share this with you. A lot of people don't realize this. The truth is that the makers of Dropbox and any of these programs want you to succeed. They're not in it to kind of to dumbfound you. So things from one program to another are very similar. And so they really feel like they want the grandmother who's in the hospital on life support with one finger moving to be able to do stuff. So they make it as easy as possible. And so if you learn one program, you'll always know how to get around on the other ones.
Follow up. Now, how does somebody view that?
View
Now that
what?
it's public, and now that I've pasted it into the public folder,
Okay.
how would you get somebody to be able to view that?
Can I show you?
Yeah.
Okay, so once it's in the public folder, I will go back here to my, there's my public folder, back to my Dropbox. And notice the public folder here. Now watch this. I should just show you that a second ago, but probably didn't register because you weren't ready for that. But now I want to share this exam med JPEG. So what I'll do is I've got that highlighted. Now watch carefully. Okay. Then I go to, see where it says copy public
Yeah, I saw
link?
that, yeah.
Okay, and I copy the public link,
Yeah,
copy the clipboard.
yeah.
Okay, then let me go back to the Moodle or to Yola, wherever you want, and let's say I am at Yola here, okay? Then I want to put this link here on Yola, so all I have to do is, you ready for this? Just watch carefully, both eyes. So I've got the text in here, so I'll say get JPG, whatever that is. Now watch carefully. I highlight this, see that? Then I go up here to the editing bar, and I click on where it says link. And son of a gun, an external link. And I will paste that in and click OK. Now, last thing for me to do is just to, are you with me so far?
Yeah.
That's kind of like a half.
Well, because I know enough to be dangerous with Dropbox, like I could share a whole folder.
Now
And
watch.
then people could just somehow get to that somehow, but I don't know how.
Well, watch.
Well, I know that that's a link, so, right.
Now, if you want a file to get a file, is that what you're talking about? Well, I'm sorry. What exactly now do you need to know?
I don't know. But I see what you've done. I do understand that. I do.
And if you want people to download the PDF, I will just, again, copy the public link. I can download it, rename it, whatever I want. There's more stuff you can do to it. Move it, copy it. Look at the previous versions if I've changed them. Again, I don't want to do that. I just want to go here and copy the public link, copy the clipboard. Then if I just actually put it in a new window, it downloads it. So wherever you put that link, it'll automatically download it.
I guess what I'm more interested in is perhaps making a folder on Dropbox that I would share and just dump everything in there.
Yeah.
And then I think from what I saw, 'cause I did something similar, but it says share, what did it say? It says share, invite to folder
Yeah.
instead of share link.
Yeah.
So it's just slightly different.
Yeah. Does that help?
Yeah, thank you.
No, these are good because follow up with anything that you don't understand, and we'll also do this online. So the next 4 weeks, we're going to be using technologies like this and Audacity, which we're going to look at in a minute. Yeah.
I don't understand my Dropbox thing. It says downloading, but it's not downloading.
Well, because you don't want to download on this computer. You're going to download at home. You're just going to be online for here.
But I can't even get in.
Well, then do it at home.
Okay.
It won't let you in here. You're probably at the wrong computer for that. Maybe sit over here. Because
Mine's doing the same thing.
yours doing the same thing? Well, maybe because people are all doing it at the same time. You don't want to download Dropbox. You don't want to download it. You just want to see. You want to use your Carol Alberti. You don't want to download.
Okay.
You just want to get back to Dropbox and download it at home. You don't download it here. Just get back to Dropbox.
Okay.
No, just back here. Just click on the Dropbox. See? And they have a tour for you, which you probably should do when you get home.
Okay.
And then what happens is you'll download it on your computer.
On my computer.
Okay.
So each one of you will actually, on your computer, you'll download it, and it'll look just like the Dropbox, like this, like the box. This is like a lousy box, but it'll be one of your applications. You click on it, and it'll appear up here on the top. You'll see a little box, and that'll allow you can open up the Dropbox folder on your desktop. Once it's on your desktop, everything that's up there will be in here. And if you have 2 computers, one at school and maybe one at home, it'll be there as well. And as Justin was saying, you can actually put a folder in there that other people can access.
Okay.
And so, as a department chair, it's probably the thing you want. People can get the stuff from there, right?
Maybe. I don't use it like that though yet.
Well, however you
But
want.
right, yeah, I use it because I lose flash drives or they get corrupted.
Mhm.
So it's just nice to be able to access something as long as there's internet. Although it's a technology trap, but it's one of those things where more likely than not it's gonna work.
It's useful because it really does work. There's also Google. If you have a Google account, which I'd like you all to get, if you don't have a Google account, get a Google account. You get 25 gigabytes of storage, plus all their applications. So Google is another site. Who doesn't have a Google account? You don't? You've been resistant.
I haven't known I wanted it.
Get one. Get a Google account. And you'll have a Google Mail, you'll have Google Apps. You definitely want Google. I mean, there's positives and negatives, but as an educator, you really have it's good.
I mean, I heard about Google Docs, and that's one thing I'd like to learn about.
It's called Google Drive.
Google Drive.
Yeah, and we're going to do that as well. So let me get back here. I need questions.
I've asked mine.
Yeah, but it keeps rolling around there. You got more questions. I mean, it's free.
It's free.
It's free, yeah. Ask as many questions as you want. I'm going to go back here to, I'm going to keep you all open. Okay, Moodle. I know it's going fast, and I am recording stuff, and we're going to stay till we do all this stuff. I mean, there's a bunch of things to do, but if we do them now, you'll have a better chance of really succeeding in a way that it will stick with you. I mean, the whole key is to get things to stick and useful and make lots of mistakes. Justin, you're leading right now.
What was that?
We have a contest, and the idea is to make the most mistakes as you can.
I think I figured out why I thought I used Moodle.
Uh-huh.
It's because I used Blackboard.
Ah.
CCSU also has Blackboard.
We don't use Blackboard here because it sucks.
There you go.
That's a
So,
technical term.
That's first of all. I'm like, yeah, I used
S
something.
for stupid, U for uncooperative, and so on.
All right.
So
So my login worked for Blackboard Vista, but
Good.
it does not work for Moodle.
okay.
So that's something I gotta figure out.
Well, just call the educational technology support about your email account.
Education, like,
21720. It's 832-21720.
2172,
I believe that's it.
it was like 2 digits.
832.
832-1720.
Yeah, I think that's it.
822-1720.
Is that it?
No, I'm not asking you.
Yeah.
It's that or a comment or it, yeah, I think I'm pretty sure that's
Is
it.
it educational technology in this building, or is it the tech center that's over in?
No, it's the one here. It's tech support.
Education tech.
Tech support. I'm pretty sure that's it. Or you can look online. It's there as well. I always get it messed up, and I think that's the right way, but I'm not positive. Okay.
I might call it sick tomorrow, get that one straight tomorrow.
It's not a problem.
No, I'm not. I'll figure it out.
Number 4, technology basics. This is, I've got 10 skills every educator should have. So you should look at this. And it's pretty interesting. This is a Connecticut guy. Now, this is not the law, but it's one person's opinion, but I put it out there because I think it's interesting to see what he thinks and maybe what you think. So the 10 skills he has, and they seem pretty simple when you think about it, reasonable. Internet, search, and research. So it's more than just going to Google. It's actually, we have a library here at Central to be able to access the library. So it's more than just Google, but they've got tips on better searches and so on and so forth. And then he's got office skills, productivity apps, and he uses Google Docs, which is phenomenal. And if you have a Google account, if you don't, just go to Google and sign in, get a Gmail account, and you've got all the access. Do you have one, Shelley?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were in the class. Yeah, you did that. And they've got Evernote in here as something that would be useful too. Self-learning of tech and where to go for help. I call this "Don't Get Stuck." I have less words, but basically, they've got all sorts of tech help here. But never give up. Never say anything is too much for you, because it's not. There's always a way to find out. There are all sorts of ways to get information. And they got some here. You can check them out. Finding resources and funding. We have that in the class. 512, we talk about funding. And 1 year, I think the year before I left for a sabbatical, 24 out of 30 students got their grants. They wrote grants for all sorts of stuff, computers and all sorts of
Just
stuff.
got one, I rolled for WebEx robotics stuff.
Excellent,
Yeah, we got that.
excellent. That's what I want. I want more people to do that instead of spending money out of their own pocket, which most teachers do. Social media, and because your students are in social media, you got to be as well. You got to know what's going on there. Digital citizenship.
Can you scroll on? Never mind.
What?
I like to watch them. I was curious if LinkedIn was there.
I'm sorry?
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, yeah,
I don't see
LinkedIn.
that one.
I don't like LinkedIn, but
Why not?
It's more business related, professional.
Correct.
it's okay. I'm not. I've got other things that I link with the people I want to link with. I'm not interested in like people I went to high school with. I'm really not.
Well, what we're trying to do is connect with students who graduated, and we don't feel that Facebook is necessarily the most appropriate.
I think that's a good use for it.
All right.
I like that. I would agree with that. Finding apps and software and copyright and citing sources. So these are things you can think about yourself in terms of what educators, what they would know how to do with technology. And then there's also I put something up here, which is 50 different things, 50 technology tools every teacher should know. And I just wonder, look at that list and see which ones you know. And this is pretty recent too, Tuesday, August 21st, so that's, within the last few months. And they've got the social learning ones, and I don't see LinkedIn in there because it's more of a professional thing as opposed to,
Yeah, and that's what we actually want it for, though.
I like
Many of
it.
our students going to be the engineers, and they're gonna have their jobs as professionals, and we like to link to that.
it's a lot of
So
spam.
That's where,
A lot of spam though.
oh, is it?
Yeah, tons of
Spam
spam.
mail, like they
Yeah.
email you junk?
Yeah, they email you like, buy this book and do this, that, and that. You gotta be careful on that. So, I personally, you could create your own website where people can come and visit and so on. Then there's learning. There's a whole bunch of different places to go to look for learning. See which ones maybe you know about. Lesson planning and tools. These are all Prezi, which I have to tell you, I don't like Prezi. It gets me dizzy when people use it. I can't do it. You like it?
If you do it the right way, it's neat.
I've seen it done the right way once.
Yeah.
Only once.
So that's
So
the thing is, it's not like a PowerPoint. It's it has its own creative meaning. behind
would you
it.
post something to your website that's right, Prezi?
Well, no.
That's
It's
good.
all right. It's no.
I find it more useful for like pictures. So, like,
For what?
If you're doing like a slideshow. Like,
Okay.
If you're doing like a cool, not so informative, but you want it to be fun looking slideshow.
I get dizzy.
I think it.
Well, it's got to be attention grabbing, so that's like where I would use it.
Of course.
I mean, it's out there, but it's when you're not going to talk about it. Perhaps it catches somebody's attention at least.
Number 29, Quizlet is a way you want to try right away, making quizzes. It's very good. And Google Docs, that's what I'd like you all to make sure you have a Google account.
Do you know much about that?
I do.
Google Docs? Is that something where you could create quizzes or worksheets online
Yeah.
and have them
Yeah.
like multiple choice and they'll
Yeah.
grade it for you?
Yeah.
It's called
Yeah.
So
It
it's a
is- it
form
is-
that We'll evaluate for
It's
you.
embarrassingly
It'll
easy.
have in Excel.
It's embarrassingly
That's
easy.
beautiful. All right.
The, so these are all the ones, and if you join Google, and I'm just going to go to google.com, and Shelley, did I have you do this last summer to make quizzes with Google?
I didn't use it, no.
Sorry?
I didn't use it.
Okay. If I go to Google here and I sign in, so you want to pay attention to this. I'll sign in, and Gmail gets you, it's like the golden key. It's like your passport to all the Google stuff. I just changed my password, so I don't know. I'll copy this in case I got the wrong password. Yep, wrong one. Okay. So. Okay, now here's my Google account. And basically, Google has a bunch of stuff, maps, YouTube news. It's got it's the drive, it's no longer Docs, it's called a drive. See that? Hisik, do you use this at all to make
Yeah.
surveys and stuff? I think we didn't we do this last class? Chanel, didn't we do this in the other class? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you click on the drive, and then these are, I don't want this to scare you, but this is all the stuff I've got from a couple of years. And if I just want to create something such as a survey, I would just go to embarrassingly easy create, embarrassingly easy form, and the form would be, let's say, tech quiz. Any tech, don't cheat, whatever you want to put. And sample question 1, what is the boiling point of mercury? I have no idea. Well, mercury is a liquid. That's the boiling point of water. Okay, then I can choose. I can have a text, paragraph, multiple choice, whatever I want, check boxes. Let's say multiple choice. Option 1 would be 300 degrees. Option 2 would be 120. And option 3 would be 212. Then, that's the right one. Make this a required question. And you click, and I can actually add more questions if I want, as many as I want. I just go to add item. Then I go to done, and then I will save. I'll save this before I send it out. Then I can share it. I can send it by email. I don't want to join.
So a student wouldn't need Google Docs as well, or Google
Not at all.
account?
No.
You share that, they can log in.
Right.
How do you prevent?
Well,
like,
wait. So say I do this, and when they send it back, let me okay, say I edit the form, and here's the published. It said right down here. Here's the published view. So this is online. You send them the URL. Then they answer the question. Submit. Okay. Then they don't see anything unless I want them to. But I can go back here, and here's the tech quiz that I just made, and I can click on it. What's the boiling point of water? I got it wrong. See? So you get everything here. It's not going to grade it for you, but you get all your stuff here, and what you can do is, what's nice is you can have it automatically tabulated so that you've got your data, and it can also make charts and forms just like you would in Excel. So if you haven't used that, this is
great for accountability, in terms of figuring out who's doing, like, where is the kid getting the questions wrong? It tabulates
Sure.
it for you. How, if you were to send that link to, the group of students in the class, and they're all sitting next to one another on the computer, are you aware if the computer puts up the questions randomly, so it kind of like, that
No.
not everyone's on the same question?
No, as far as I know.
Right.
But what you also want to do is you put your name in there, have them put their name in, and make it a required question so you know who answered what, and so on. You can always have 3 or 4 different versions of the quiz. I mean, you can move the questions around, and then just republish it. Have 5 different versions, and then have people just kind of go that way. But it is so embarrassingly simple, and it's such a good tool. There are so many good tools with Google that you can use. So this is one. If you haven't used Google yet this way, this is one thing that you might want to consider. Got to have 2 questions about that. Oh boy, I can wait so long. Let me show you some of the other things I have here because I share stuff with students. So here's one, Martin Luther King Jr. KWL. You know what the KWL is, right?
Yeah.
Somebody, do you know what that is? Justin, have you heard of KWL? Yeah, go ahead.
The first column is what you know, then you pick a topic, and then you could have them even paste it on a sticky note, but here they can write it on there, what you want to know, and then at the end of the unit or at the end of the lesson, now what they've learned.
Like teach that problem, like in problem solving. I didn't know that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
mean, that's the
already
jargon.
teach it, but
Yeah.
you just didn't
I
talk.
know,
Yeah.
what do you
It's
know,
like
what don't
the
you know?
buzz.
Yeah.
We got
Well, it's
that.
good. It's good to know the jargon,
Yeah.
but that's all it is. And then if you let's see where my stuff is. Got a bunch of stuff here now. So these are all the documents, and I've got. You can also actually. What's nice about this is you can work together. So I work with people in Israel and in Brazil, and so we'll make this shared use, and we can use it, and then people can actually make changes, and you'll see different colors. So when I do it, it's like a blue. When someone from Brazil does it, it's like a green. So here's a shared, all about me web. This is one of my students, Elise. I do a survey every year for online courses. Let's see, Luana, I have no idea what this is. Hope it's not embarrassing. Oh, this is when they did, how many classes and so on. You can also do PowerPoint presentations. and you can do word processing as well using Google Docs.
I have a question about it. It looks like it's coming out in a spreadsheet format, so I don't understand how, is it showing as a quiz or a test
Yeah,
somewhere?
yeah, because you have two ways of doing it. See, if you do
Oh.
the tech quiz, you can see it as a spreadsheet, but then if you go in, you can also go to form and edit the form, so it brings you back to the form. So you can go back and make changes if you want to.
Okay.
How does that student ever know what they really got wrong? You know, like a hard paper copy is nice for them to go back and review with.
Send it to them. Print it out and send it to them. That's what I would do. I mean, there are lots of different ways of doing that. Okay. Couple more things. I'd like you all to go to the bottom of the bar. There's a thing that looks like a headset with like a kind of a wave going through it. It's called Audacity. And how many people have used Audacity before? Kids in the back have, yeah, you guys. So Carol, you haven't,
No.
and you haven't, Justin? Okay. So open up Audacity, and somebody tell me about how useful Audacity is for them.
You can record a passage or verse or something, a lesson.
Laura?
Yeah, it's an audio file, so if you needed students to, if you wanted them to read along, that's how I used it last semester. If you wanted them to read along with something that you pre-recorded, or you want to give some sort of verbal instruction, it's an alternative technique.
Excellent. And it's free. It's professional level, so professionals use this. Actually, like rappers use this, and anybody can use this for great professional type audio. And so this is what Audacity looks like. I have the link for you to download it. Put it on your own computer if you don't have it there already. And okay, so watch this. This is how it works. So pay attention. Are you using both eyes, Carol?
I'm using
Left
both
eye
eyes.
and right eye? I saw that right eye move. So here are the boards. This is the record button, stop button, two big ones. This is the pause button. So when I record, okay, so I'm recording now, and I'm not sure what I want to say next, so I'll pause. I'll think about it, then I will unpause and continue speaking, and I'll continue on, and then I will stop. Now, when I've stopped, I can actually do editing. When I pause, I can't. So let me hear what I said. Okay, so I'm recording now, and I'm not sure what I want to say next, so I'll pause and continue speaking, and I'll continue on, and then I will stop. Now, I coughed here. Well, all I have to do is hit the delete key, or I can edit and cut. It's gone. No more coughing. So if I just play it from here, speaking, and I'll continue on. So any of your ums, ahs, as, likes, coughs, mistakes, you can get rid of them. You can alter reality with this. When you finish with what you have, I'll put up some tutorials for those folks who've never used it before or may have forgotten. If you want to make it louder, you can click on it and go to the effects and amplify it. And it's louder. Okay, so if I want,
That's
Go
only for audio. Audacity is only for audio. You
Yes.
would not be able to like do screen recordings and do like a voiceover,
you can.
and it would record what you're doing on the screen. You know what I mean?
It can.
It can.
It can.
Right.
It can. Then if I want to export this, I will export. And I'll export this as a MP3 file. Now, if you do it as an MP3 file, you're going to need to have the LAME extension. It's called LAME, and I'll put up a tutorial about that. And you download it. It's a separate file that you download when you download Audacity. So I'm going to just save this. And I'm not sure if we have it. So I would just get a free copy and download it here. Then I'd be able to export this as an MP3 file. So it's not letting me do it now. I can export it as a WAV file. If I just wanted part of it, I could highlight just this part. Okay, so I'm recording now. And I can just export the selection. So I can record several things. Say I want to record all the names of the students in the class. I just record it. And then I wanted to save them separately. I just highlight one name, export the selection. I'd have the audio so I could use it somewhere if I wanted to do that, and so on. What mistakes have I made? Tell me, because you're a pro with it. I know you know how to use this a lot. What else would you care about? Okay, yeah, you can actually, if you want to add audio to this, you can actually just add another track. And say I'll start recording here, blah, 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 blah. You can stop and you can copy this. And actually you can add it on here to that. So any word you want to change, you can change. If you want to add more to this, let's say I'll move my cursor here. And I can actually mute this and put audio underneath it. Okay, so I'm recording now, and I'm not sure what I want to say next, so I'll pop and continue speaking, and I'll continue on, and then I will stop, blah, 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 blah. The way I would do this is I would just record a separate one and then just paste it in underneath, and you'd have the audio as well. So I'll have tutorials up for Audacity, and this week I'm going to ask you to actually make a little Audacity recording, and at the meeting, the WebEx meeting, I will ask people to kind of play what they got and show what they have. You okay?
I need to buy a microphone.
You could do that. You could do that. You guys want to take a break? So I got just about maybe 45 minutes worth of more stuff I want to do. So let's take a 10-minute break. Just a little bit more. I want to get you on WebEx. So, do you want to push through, or you want to?
Yeah, let's push it.
Push through. Okay. Okay. So, last thing we'll do then for tonight is I'm going to the Moodle. Actually, okay, I am going to put the address of the WebEx up here, and as I do this, you type in, I'll put this up here. You're going to type in the address of the CSU Moodle, which is CSU WebEx. So you type in csu.webex.com, and that will bring you to the CSU site. So you type in, and no one's done this before, right? And I will type this in. Now, are you up there? Do you see the CSU meeting or CSU
I
WebEx?
see something called Connecticut State University System, join a meeting.
Okay, this is what you should see. Okay, this will lead you into WebEx. Now, what's going to happen is this. I log in, and then I will, and I've already created a meeting, and the meeting has 3 sets of 3 numbers. And I will always give you the numbers, and you will just paste the number in here. Okay, so let me log in first. Okay. And okay, so now I am officially logged in. Then I want to go to my meetings. My meetings. Okay. And this is the EDT 415. Okay, let me start the meeting first. I think it'll have the information there. And what it does is it loads everything up on your computer itself. On some computers you can download, actually you can download the WebEx. This should be okay here. When it comes up, it'll give me the numbers for the meeting that you guys can use. Eventually.
It's kind of like a conference call when you have that. Like,
It's a conference call, but it has all sorts of good features to it, such as the sharing. Quit the notebook. Now, when you do this, maybe I should have done this. What you want to do is you want to get everything out of memory. So make sure everything else is closed, especially on if you have a Mac that has like 4 gigabytes of memory, which this one does, and 4 gigabytes is just not enough.